Ladies and gentlemen, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Late yesterday evening, we actually got some surprise patch notes for Warzone. They ended up dropping a brand new update that actually addresses some major game-breaking issues and includes a few other gameplay updates as well. It's very rare that they end up dropping updates, late in the evening, especially as we're headed into the weekend, a Friday evening nonetheless. But hey, we've got some new patch notes to break down. As far as this general update goes, we do have our Friday, May 9th patch notes here. This update in general was just a update requires restart little hotfix one. There's no major download or anything associated with this. So whenever you go to jump onto the game next, if you haven't played between last night and the time that I'm posting this video, you'll just have to go through that cycle. You'll be good to go. But jumping into these patch notes right away, we just have the Warzone page here. The Black Ops 6 page wasn't updated with this. We do have a few other tweets and things to look out for, though, that they also ended up posting after the fact. As we do go through all the notes, all the changes and fixes here today, by the way, quick reminder, if you're new to the channel, every single day, this is the place to be to stay up to date with the latest news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns. If it has to do with Call of Duty, it's right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoy this video, a like rating is always really appreciated as well. Diving right into this, first up here, big one, live issues, server disconnects. This has obviously been a massive problem since Season 3 Reloaded dropped, where in pubs and in ranked play, the Battle Royale servers were crashing and disconnecting constantly. Now, they said it was not because of any malicious things going on in game where hackers were booting the server offline or kicking the entire lobby out like they have done before. They said this was actually a server issue. It was pretty much just happening in standard Battle Royale and then in ranked play as well. It wasn't really happening on Resurgence or the high trip LTM, right? So really weird issue where basically the servers just kept dying out and it cost you your entire game. They do say we have fixed several of the issues that were causing server disconnects and will continue to investigate reports. So this seems like they've fixed at least some of them, if not most of them, but not fully fixed absolutely every one of them, hence why they say we'll continue to investigate other reports. So they must know there's still some other crashing that's going on. Maybe it's unrelated to some of these specific server issues that just popped up with Season 3 Reloaded, but good news there. For the most part, they have fixed the server disconnect issues, which quite literally are game breaking. It wouldn't let you play a normal match of Battle Royale quads or Battle Royale solos or ranked play without it kicking you out and ruining your match. So nice to see that this one was actually updated here. I have to imagine if this issue wasn't going on, we probably don't see patch notes on a Friday evening. It's probably reserved for like early next week or something, right? But nonetheless, really good news there. They also say in ranked play, Battle Royale ranked has now been re-enabled. So a few days back, they actually just out of the blue took it down and then said because of all of these disconnect issues that are going on and because there's issues with placements going on where you could finish first, second, third, fourth in a Battle Royale ranked match, and then after the fact and say, hey, you finished 4 millionth, you're getting no SR. It basically made ranked unplayable as well. So we had game-breaking issues going on in standard BR. We had game-breaking issues going on beyond just the servers in Battle Royale ranked play. They have gone through, they have fixed these as well. So ranked is back online. We have resolved an issue that was preventing players from receiving skill rating upon completing a ranked play match. That is that placement issue. They say we have rewarded an estimated value of SR depending on placement and number of eliminations in the match, along with offsetting deployment fees that were incorrectly removed. The value will be automatically reflected on your profile after logging in. So if you've been experiencing those placement issues over the past few days when BR ranked was still online, they've retroactively now gone through and updated your account. So if you haven't played in a little bit or you haven't jumped on again since this update dropped, you'll notice that your SR might be a little bit different next time you jump in there. They also say with public events within ranked, with ranked play now restored, we will be replacing the fire sale public event with the restock public event in an upcoming update as previously outlined in the patch notes, just because with the fire sale they're going through and they're realizing that players are basically just hoarding and saving cash for that and then spamming everything during that. They want it to be more competitively driven with the fire sale prices, and I'd have to imagine the risk versus reward of saving your money there. So they are going to be adjusting that in a future update. They also do a pretty big update on vehicles here. They say items will now drop through a vehicle when dropped from kills or from your quick inventories. There's been an unintended strategy where players would hoard loot items for later use by pairing them to vehicles and driving around. Well, we applaud the creativity here. This is the same reason we moved away from the backpack inventory that devolves the gameplay loop and provides an uncompetitive experience to the game. So essentially with these, people were able to use vehicles as almost a mobile backpack, if you will. You could drop a precision airstrike or a UAV in your vehicle and it'd float around with your car as you drove around the map, so you could just pick it up at a later date and then use it then. So obviously they're just trying to navigate around that, trying to solve that exploit, if you want to call it that, or I guess really you know, competitive edge that players have discovered. They're trying to get that out of there, so they've updated the vehicles there. We also see a slight bug fix here, another very big one. Fix an issue causing the armor plate animation to play without applying the armor plate. This is where it would essentially force you to plate up 4 times to put on 3 plates, or even with tempered, you'd have to plate up 3 times to put on 2 plates. Really obnoxious issue that was going on there. So again, really good news that this was fixed. So while there might not be a ton of patch notes here on the initial page, again, we have a few more updates to go over here. What is being fixed in this surprise patch is definitely really solid. Like, this is one of the more progressive patch note you know, pages, and one of the more progressive updates that we've had in some time in terms of addressing some of the large issues going on. Now, this update did also include one change for Black Ops 6, although they just didn't update the patch note page for it, because I assume it was just this one thing. So COD Updates just posted this on Twitter instead, saying, for BO6, a new ranks play update, the veto feature has been simplified to map veto to ensure Hacienda no longer appears in the veto vote more often than desired. This update is currently rolling out and should be live for all ranked players shortly. So that was last night. It obviously should be fully out and in effect there. So if you are a multiplayer ranks fan and you've been noticing that with the vetoes there, that'll be updated going forward. They have also updated the global Trello a little bit over the past few days with some pretty important things, or one really important thing in terms of just it being annoying in game. So they do say they are now investigating console and PC control text can display at the same time and overlap on the customized operator screen. It's more of a niche one, doesn't really impact gameplay too much. This one though is just downright annoying. Voice chat icons can remain on players' screens from previous matches. So if someone pops up in voice chat at random, their name might just get stuck on your screen, and then another one comes through, then another one, and then I think my PR is 6 names stuck on my screen at one time. It's just really obnoxious to have that on there. It kind of makes you have to pay more attention to if somebody's actually popping up as a new voice on the side, if you're hearing stuff in game or whatever's going on there. And the only way to fix that was to reset your game every single time, which is just a waste of time and annoying to do. So again, this isn't going to break the game by any means. It's just kind of obnoxious to have on your screen. So they are looking into that, and that'll get fixed here soon. And then lastly, I always try and keep you guys you know, up to date when it comes to potential bonus content in game or exclusive operator packs, whatever the case is. So whenever something like this does come around, it's not super often, but whenever one does surface, I try and keep you guys in the loop. So Charlie Intel reports on this the other day, saying a new Call of Duty Warzone bonus pack is now available for PlayStation Plus members, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members, and PC Game Pass members. Obviously, there's no more console exclusivity or anything going on there, no contracts there, even though Microsoft could impose that if they wanted to and have their own exclusive stuff. This is one of the first times, if I can remember correctly here, that we've had this available for all of these subscriptions, but now you can just search for this in the PlayStation Store or on Xbox and PC. You can search for the Warzone Game Pass pack, and in this you basically just get 2 different bundles that were available for sale earlier, the Ablated Shadow bundle and the Silent Sands bundle, and you can see these just show up in the store, and it's free obviously if you have that active Game Pass subscription or PlayStation Plus subscription. So if you don't own those bundles and you have one of those, you basically get these for free. If you paid for one of these bundles previously, unfortunately you're just not really able to take advantage of anything here. I think it'd be cool if like they put these up for sale on these subscription benefits, and it's like a free pack, right? If they just gave you like the COD point currency for it instead, if you had already gone through and bought these. But that's probably me wishfully thinking a little bit too much there. But anyways, like I said, I always try to highlight these when they do surface. But that being said, that's everything that ended up changing in the new gameplay update patch notes that did address some pretty significant issues there. That's gonna wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, you want to make sure that each and every single day you're in the know for everything going on in Call of Duty, this is the place to be. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.